Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Francis, and today I'm going to show you everything you want to know about how to make homemade pesto. Pesto is an Italian condiment and sauce, and it's made from fresh basil, garlic, pine nuts, cheese, and some olive oil, sometimes some lemon juice. And basically, it's really great to mix into your pasta, you can put it with your bread, you can use it for all different types of dishes, and you can really make it your own. Today we're going to use a food processor in order to make it, but in ancient times you actually would use something called a mortar and pestle. If you have it, go for it. If not, we're going to use a food processor. And why don't we talk about all the different ingredients. So right here I have some basil, and what's really great about it is we picked it from our garden outside, and it's really vibrant, really fresh, and that's what you want with pesto. The whole point is to showcase how great the herbs are. But let's say you don't like basil or you don't have it. You can make pesto out of nettles, out of arugula. You can do parsley, cilantro, spinach. Really any kind of green herb will do well. It's just that basil is the most common. The next common ingredient in pesto is pine nuts. They are a tiny little buttery sweet nut that is really common in traditional in pesto, but they can be really expensive. So sometimes people like to replace them with other nuts for pesto. I've seen walnuts, almonds, pecans. You really can do whatever you want, but pine nuts are the most common. And then here we have some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is very classic Italian, and it gives the pesto a kind of aged, nutty flavor, which is delicious. If you don't have Parmesan, you can use Pecorino. You can use any kind of older, dry, aged cheese, but Parm, of course, is the norm. So here we have our food processor, and the first thing we're gonna do is add in some of the solids. So here's the pine nuts. We have 2 garlic cloves, the Parmesan cheese, and then we're gonna add in all the basil. And then here we have some fresh lemon juice. I'm gonna squeeze that in there. An easy little trick to make sure the seeds don't go in is to kind of squeeze the lemon juice over your own hand. That way you catch any seeds that pop out. So now that we have most of our ingredients in there, we're gonna blitz it in the food processor to go around and start to blend, and you'll see everything kind of come together and make a kind of thick paste. And you want it to be a little bit coarse, because while it's going, you're gonna pour the olive oil into it while it's processing, and that's gonna create an emulsion that's going to give you that thick sauce that we want. You don't want it to be just chunks and olive oil. You want it to be a blended, emulsified mixture. Oh my god, it smells so good. When you can smell it, you know the pesto is good to go. So after you've blended all your ingredients together, you're done. That's how you make pesto. It's really that simple. If you really want to adjust seasonings at this point, you can, but usually the Parmesan cheese you're adding is salty enough that you don't have to really add anything else. So once the pesto is made, you want to either use it right away when it's fresh, or you want to store it. And you want to put it into a container and keep it airtight in the fridge. It'll last about a week. And if you want to save it for even longer, what you can do is put it into little ice cube trays or muffin tins and freeze it, and then pop them out and keep them in a little bag like this. That way you can just take one of the little pesto pods and use them whenever you want to, add them to your soups, your stews, your sauces, and then it'll just melt right into whatever you're cooking. It's perfect. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to Allrecipes. We make a ton of great videos that are going to help you at home in the kitchen. And don't forget to press the notification bell so you don't miss any of the great content that we do make. And down in the description box below, tell me if you add any kind of secret or fun ingredients into your pesto. And until next time, I'm Matthew Francis. Bye-bye.